Southern California is known for having some of the best beaches in the world. But where is the best beach city? Are you thinking about relocating or moving to Los Angeles? You want to live by the beach, but you're not quite sure which is the best beach to live at? Well, today I'm in the South Bay and I'm going to be comparing Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, looking at the cost of living. What are the communities like? The entertainment, the shops, what are the schools and the crime levels? If that's what you're looking for, come on, let's go and look at this beautiful beach. I'm Tilley, the British bloke. I'm a local realtor. If you're looking to make a move to California or thinking about living in a beach town, give me a call. I'm always happy to help. Right now I'm in Redondo Beach, which is the largest of the 3 beach cities that I'm going to review today. Population 70,000. It's right by Torrance, and so if you work there, it's pretty close. What I like about Redondo Beach, you're right by Palos Verde as well. Look behind me, see that thing that kind of sticks out into the ocean? That's Rancho Palos Verde. So if you like hiking, horse riding, trails, riding bikes, you're right by Palos Verde. Really good location. Obviously just north you've got Hermosa Beach, but a real plus for me about Redondo Beach and this beach city, if you ask me, not just these beautiful beaches. You're right by Hollywood Riviera. I absolutely love that location for bars, for restaurants, for shops, boutiques. You're 5 minutes away, depending on where you live. I'm talking about the beach cities, so like west of the PCH. You're not far from there, so if you want to head out in the evening, but you don't really want to drive very far, Redondo Beach, Hollywood Riviera, you're so close. I'm loving the restaurants there. The Hook and Plow is one of my favorites, for example. So one of the main big pluses about Redondo Beach, right off the bat, the location to entertainment, shops, restaurants, and boutiques. A-star. Niche.com is a website that I really like when reviewing neighborhoods. I highly recommend going on there when you're doing your research. It kind of gives you a lot of information. Now, if you look on there, Redondo Beach, they say it's the 7th best suburb in the whole of California to live and the 16th best for raising a family. Well, if you ask me, that's pretty good. And another plus, if you ask me, the average buy-in price point. You can get on the market here for $1 million, but when you're closer to the beach, because we are talking about the beach area of Redondo Beach today, you need about $1.5 to $1.8 million, depending on what you want. Obviously, if you're a young professional just looking for a 1-bedroom, you can find something for $1 million. But you're probably a family relocating, or maybe you are looking to retire. You can get a nice 3-bed home, $1.5, $1.8 million, or a condo will do the trick. Compared to the other 2 neighborhoods we're going to be exploring today, it's way cheaper. Okay, let's go look at the Hollywood Riviera. I'll show you some shops and restaurants so you can get a feel for it. We'll go look at some houses so you can see what the architecture's like. Join me, let's go. So here we are in the Hollywood Riviera. You can see how close we are to the beach. And if you live in Redondo Beach, west side of the PCH, you're not too far from here. You have all these cool shops and restaurants and boutiques. Halloween, they close it down and they have a huge Halloween festival. They do farmers markets, they have beach concerts. So there's always so much happening in Redondo Beach. If you are a family living here, your kids are going to have plenty to do. I absolutely love it. There's loads of outdoor restaurants so you can enjoy the weather, the Southern California weather, eating outside, fresh air by the ocean. There's nothing quite like it if you ask me. It's just a really great vibe, and ever since COVID now they've got all the outdoor seating, which if there's anything good that came from COVID, it's that, I guess. I kind of feel like I'm on vacation when I'm walking down here. It feels very European, the outdoor restaurants, some music, people having beers during the day. It really is a good atmosphere. So when it comes to beach towns, Redondo Beach, beautiful beaches, beautiful location, everything's kind of there. This one's tough to beat. Also a great thing about Redondo Beach, look at these condos right on the water, trendy, modern. In Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, these are twice as much. So if you're looking for ocean living, oceanfront living, Redondo Beach has you covered at half the price. What I love about this neighborhood, there's a few areas in LA that compete. I always feel like Santa Monica and Venice think they're better than each other. Brentwood and the Palisades think they're better than each other. What's great about here, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, they're like three siblings, all thinking they're the best. If you ask residents of Redondo Beach, they all say, of course Redondo Beach is better. It's cheaper, we have the same amenities, it's just an all-round better place to live. And if you ask someone in Hermosa, they're like, oh, it's just more trendy and cooler, it's right in the middle. Why wouldn't you want to live in Hermosa Beach? It's more of a community vibe. And if you're in Manhattan Beach, they're like, well, it's more expensive, it has better schools, it has better location. Of course it's more expensive because it's better. So no matter who you talk to, they always think where they live is best. It's our job today to find out what's right. Oops, I almost fell over. And once we've finished touring these three beach cities today, I'm going to give it a breakdown and tell you which one I think is the best out of the three. And here we are, less than a 5-minute drive from Hollywood Riviera. We're at the Avenue of the Stars, avenues from A to I. Really good location. You can walk to the beach, you can walk to the restaurants, and you can get homes here for $1.5 to $2.5 million. Now, if you're looking for a fancy new build, 4,000 square foot, yeah, you're gonna need 4 million. But guess what? You can get some real bang for your buck. Yes, it's expensive still, but we're in Southern California. Prices here are high. But another thing I like about here, there's all type of homes. If you're just looking to get on the market, you've got a $1.6 million budget, you want to live right by the beach, you can get yourself a 1,300 square foot single family home. You can get on the ladder. But no matter what you want, bungalow, 2-story, craftsman, modern, you're going to find it. And if your budget is between 1.5 and 5 million, you're going to get something. It's a really great neighborhood. Also, Redondo Beach Unified School District, it's one of the best, not in just LA, but all of California. Really, really good schools. People are fighting to get into the neighborhood to take their, to send their kids to the schools of Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, and Manhattan Beach. So excellent schools, and crime levels as well. Are the crime levels better in Manhattan Beach? Yes, they are, but they are still very good in Redondo Beach if that's high on your radar when it comes to making a decision on where to live. Okay, let's go check out Hermosa Beach. How does it compare? What's the neighborhood like, the beaches, the town center? Is it as good as the Hollywood Riviera when it comes to restaurants and bars? And how much are the homes compared to right here? I'm heading there right now. It's a short 6-minute drive away. As you know, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I moved here from London back in 2008. And I know it can be very scary making a move, not just from across Europe, but even from other states. If you're coming from across country, maybe you've never lived out of state before, but I highly recommend Los Angeles, California. I know it gets a lot of crap from people who don't live here. Yes, taxes are higher, and I know that a lot of people are kind of against the politics of this city, but I speak so highly of it. If you're looking to raise a family, you've got the outdoor living pretty much all year round. You live on the East Coast, for example, as soon as winter sets in, can you do anything outside? Well, you might have the hurricanes of Florida, insurance going up. In Southern California, what is it right now? It's the middle of October. It's 85 degrees, sunglasses are on. It's such a great quality of life. If you want to spend more time outside, more time hanging out with the family, or retiring and just relaxing with your husband or wife, take a look at Southern California. The media has made this place look like a cesspit. Trust me, it's not. I don't know if I would want to live in any other state, to be honest. Maybe Colorado, but when it comes to a quality of life, please consider California. Give me a call if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help. If you want to come out here, maybe Airbnb for a week, I can drive you around, we can take a look. But don't be put off by what the media is saying about California. It's a beautiful place to live. Okay, so here we are in Hermosa Beach, population 20,000. So as you can see, a lot smaller than the 70,000 residents in Redondo Beach. It was voted by niche.com as the 5th best suburb to live in California. Redondo Beach was the 7th best, so pretty close. Right now I'm on a little trail right by the ocean, right by the pier and the hustle and bustle of Hermosa, which I'm going to show you in a minute, the restaurants and bars, and then I'll show you the homes. You need about 1.5 to 1.8 to get a decent home in Redondo Beach. Hermosa Beach now, the price is going up. 2.2, 2.5 really is a budget that you kind of need to have if you want a 3-bedroom home in Hermosa Beach. but the vibe is nice. It seems a little sleepier, obviously a third of the population, so it seems a little slower pace of life, a little cooler if you ask me. And when I say cooler, I don't mean the weather, but the weather is nice. Obviously you're in a beach town, you've got the breeze here. Up in LA, oh, they're doing some tree trimming, so I'll turn around. Up in LA, for example, nearer the mountains, it's usually 10 to 15 degrees hotter. So the breeze we get by living by the ocean here in Hermosa Beach, oh, it's lovely. So Hermosa Beach, very, very good schools, like Redondo Beach, like Manhattan Beach, but it has no high school. You might be like, wow, what does that mean then for our kids wanting to go to high school? It just means that they can choose between Redondo Beach Unified and Manhattan Beach, Maricosta, both exceptional schools. So if you do have a high school kid, you're moving to Hermosa Beach, don't worry, there's some excellent schools for them. And then when it comes to crime, very similar to Redondo Beach, maybe slightly better. There are crimes in beach towns, of course there are. There's often a few more homeless people in beach towns, like Santa Monica, for example. People just love being by the beach, but crime really is under control. There's a good police presence. And to be honest, I've never felt unsafe in Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, or Manhattan Beach. Location is good. You're obviously just a bit further north here than when we were in Redondo Beach just 10 minutes ago, which means you're slightly closer to Culver City, you're slightly closer to Hollywood, Beverly Hills, if that's where you work. Downtown LA, still a bit of a trek if you ask me, but people will often say the location of Hermosa Beach, as far as they're concerned, is a little bit better than Redondo Beach. So here we are now on Pier Ave, and yeah, there's real hustle and bustle. I'm a big fan of Hollywood Riviera, obviously, but also the downtown neighborhood of Hermosa Beach is a lot of fun. Nice boutiques, fancy restaurants, but also mom and pop shops, restaurants that have been here for a long time that don't break the bank. But yeah, this is the boardwalk, there's the ocean, and there's just a lot of hustle and bustle. More tourists, I would say, than Redondo Beach. So if tourism puts you off, maybe Hermosa Beach isn't for you. But it's just a great vibe. Lots of different types of restaurants, bars. If you want fancy, they've got fancy. And if you just want a cold beer in a pub, they got that too. Hermosa Beach, if you ask me, if you've got that little bit of extra money and you're raising a family, it's the place for me. It just feels more like a family neighborhood. Maybe it's because it only has 20,000 residents, so it still feels smaller to me, more of a community. But yeah, you want to bring them down here, they can run down here, they can run to the beach. It just has a really good vibe, really good feel if you ask me. And if we're doing a review of the beach cities, we better take a look at the beach. We've already taken a look at Redondo Beach. Well, here is Hermosa Beach. You've got volleyball, look at this golden sand, not a pebble in sight, no trash. They always have the trash under control, which I really like about Hermosa Beach and Manhattan Beach. Sometimes I would say in Redondo Beach there might be a little bit more trash. As you can see by the color of the lifeguards, where is it? Can you see it? Very inclusive neighborhood, Hermosa Beach. Just a really good vibe. And yeah, obviously it's October right now on a Tuesday, so the beach isn't bustling, but you come down here at the weekends and definitely in the summer. Like I said, more tourists in Hermosa Beach than in Redondo Beach. You've got more hotels, as you can see there. But yeah, what a beautiful beach. If you want to get a tan, I highly recommend it. Also, I think the walk streets in Hermosa Beach and Manhattan Beach are more conducive to just walking, relaxing, working out and enjoying yourself than in Redondo Beach. And they go on forever and ever. So if you want to ride your bike, you want a scooter, or you just want to run or walk, you've got miles and miles of beautiful walking tracks right next to the ocean. People often ask me about the homeless population in Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach and Redondo, and yeah, there is homeless, but this is the first piece of greenery that we've kind of walked past while doing the tour, and look, there's zero homeless people. If this was Santa Monica, it would be absolutely overrun by homeless people. So yes, California, Los Angeles does have a homeless issue, but as you can see in Hermosa Beach, compared to some other beach towns, they've got it under control. All right, I could walk down here for hours and look at these beautiful homes, but you know what? These homes range from $5 to $15 million. That budget is out of reach for 99.9% of the people that reach out to me. And like I said, feel free to call me. I think a lot of people watch these and they're like, oh, we don't want to call him. That's weird, we're nervous. No, give me a call or just text me and I'll call you back if you prefer me to call you. So even if you're a year out, you're just kind of doing some pre-research. If you have some questions or you want to talk to me or you want to come out here and do a little bit of reconnaissance, give me a call. I promise I don't bite. I've got lots of reviews from people online if you want to watch that to see how I work with you. But yeah, hope to hear from you. And I want to answer one question that I always get asked. It's like, we want to come out, we don't want to buy straight away, we want to immerse ourselves in the community, we don't want to buy in the wrong place. Should we lease? What should we do? And I always say Airbnb, it's such a great thing. If you lease somewhere, you're stuck there for 12 months. It's hard to get out. Airbnb is beautiful. You don't have to buy any furniture. Everything's there. If you don't like it after a month, you can change your mind. Or maybe you spend a month in a different Airbnb in the areas that you're thinking about. So yeah, I don't like the idea of coming out here for 5 days and then purchasing a house. Buyer's remorse on a home, pretty ugly. And like I said, if you lease somewhere for 12 months, you're kind of locked in. So if you're coming out here, don't get into a hotel. Maybe if you're coming for 3 days, that's fine, but hotels are pretty expensive. Get yourself an Airbnb. That way you can look at the different areas in Orange County or LA, depending on where you're looking. To be honest, I think it works really well. So I'll tell you one thing Hermosa Beach has over Redondo Beach, if you ask me. That's the community vibe, and it feels more like a beach town. It feels like people have moved here because of the water, because of the more relaxed way of life. So if that's what you're looking for, this could be the place for you. And if you're looking to retire, I think Hermosa Beach pips Redondo Beach just by a bit. It definitely seems more of a retirement community. When I'm walking around, I just see more retirees, slightly older generation. So yeah, which is better, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach to retire? I'd have to say Hermosa Beach. So here we are, just a few minute drive away from the pier and the beach in Hermosa. And yeah, entry-level home now, you're looking 2 million, 2.5 million really. So probably $500,000 to $700,000 more than Redondo Beach. And you might be asking, but why? You're only 10 minutes away from Redondo Beach. Why is it more expensive? And it's a very good question. You're slightly closer to Los Angeles. And I think the consensus is the schools, the neighborhoods, the crime, the restaurants, everything's just a little bit better. The homes are still the same size. You're looking at 1,200 square foot, all the way up obviously to 4,000 plus. But to be honest, the average home here is under 2,000 square foot, maybe 2,200. And the design is kind of the same. A lot of these homes back from the 70s, 80s and 90s, and a lot of homes being knocked down and the new trendy homes being built. These white homes are really all the rage right now in Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach and Manhattan Beach. So if you like Spanish or bungalow or two-story or trendy brand new, there is a wide array of options. So if your budget's under 2.5 million and you really want a bigger home over 2,500 square foot, even over 2,000 square foot, and the location isn't as important to you, Redondo Beach is for you. Another comment I'd make when comparing Redondo Beach to Hermosa Beach, just walking around the neighborhoods, the house neighborhoods, everything just seems a little bit cleaner, a little bit newer, just a little bit better, and because of that you're paying more money. All right, let's head off to Manhattan Beach. Are you looking for bigger homes and you're less budget sensitive, or do you want to be closer to LA, or do you just want to live in arguably the nicest beach city in all of Los Angeles? Well, you have to check out Manhattan Beach with me. So here we are, Manhattan Beach. I've shown you Redondo, I've shown you Hermosa, and this is Manhattan Beach. And to be honest, when it comes to the beach vibe, there's the pier. The beaches are very similar, to be honest. I don't know if I have a preference. I don't know if one jumps out as the best. But if I had to pick, I'd say Hermosa Beach. Manhattan Beach has a population 36,000, so it's about twice as big as Hermosa Beach and about half the population of Redondo Beach. It seems bigger though. Hermosa Beach definitely has that small town vibe. And to be honest, Manhattan Beach is half the population of Redondo Beach. I know Redondo Beach is huge, but Manhattan seems to have a slightly, it feels bigger than 36,000 people, to be honest, if you ask me. A lot of tourists come here during the summer, not just from around the world, but also from Los Angeles. I feel as though a lot more tourists come to Manhattan Beach than Redondo Beach or Hermosa Beach, just because it's closer to Los Angeles. So be warned, if you do live here in the summer, you will see a lot of tourists. As you can see, the homes on the Strand here. I won't be showing you these homes because they range from about $7 to $35 million. For most people, that's definitely not in their budget. But I will be showing you homes later in Manhattan Beach, and very big homes as well, that range from about $3.5 to $9 million. You're about 15 miles from Santa Monica, closer to Culver City. Obviously, Beverly Hills, if you work there, is not too far away. And like I said, LAX as well. So when it comes to location between the three beach cities, Manhattan Beach, definitely number one. Also, when it comes to crime, Manhattan Beach is noticeably lower than Hermosa Beach and Redondo Beach. To be honest, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach crime levels are very good, but kind of the same. Manhattan Beach is a lot less. Is it because the neighborhood's more expensive? Is it because it's more fancy? Is it because there's more police? Who knows? But there's definitely less crime. Plus, niche.com said Redondo Beach, 7th best suburb in California to live. Hermosa Beach, 5th best suburb in California to live. Where did they place Manhattan Beach? Number 3. So according to niche.com, which like I said, highly recommend, Manhattan Beach is better than Hermosa and Redondo. Though a lot of people will say, yeah, Manhattan Beach is a little bit better across the spectrum, but does that warrant double the price of Redondo Beach? Does that warrant $1 million, $2 million more than Hermosa Beach? And a lot of people, especially from Redondo Beach and Hermosa Beach, will tell you it's not worth it. But look at this, if you're looking to retire, you want a place outside, middle of October, people, look at this. What time is it? 3:30 in the afternoon, 80 degrees, beautiful breeze. It's really hard to beat. It's such a great place to retire to. And if you're looking for a slightly different way of life, you want your kids to have more of an outdoor, active lifestyle, get off the iPads, you got to check out Southern California. I know I keep mentioning it, but it's because it's true. And once again, I want to bring up the homeless issue. California is absolutely getting slammed right now by the media and people from out of state about the homeless issue being out of control. And yeah, I understand, in some areas it is. Santa Monica, Los Feliz, my old stomping ground, now has a lot of homeless people. However, if you're walking through Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, and definitely Manhattan Beach, the homeless people is almost non-existent. They have it under control. I don't know what they're doing differently to Santa Monica, where it is escalating and getting worse year over year. But here, Manhattan Beach, there's a car park. Do I see any? I really don't. So often I get asked, what's the homeless population like in Manhattan Beach? It's very low. I'll go show you the shops and the bars, and kind of the community and what Manhattan Beach has to offer you in a minute. Plus then I'll show you the houses. But the one thing I notice, coming from Hermosa, coming from Redondo, everything in Manhattan Beach is just a little bit better. People dress better. The restaurants look more fancy. Now, you might not like that, but a lot of people do. The people are just a little bit more put together, a little bit more attractive, maybe. Is it because it's more of an LA crowd? So yeah, everything in Manhattan Beach just seems a little bit cleaner. To be honest, just a little bit better. Okay, so here we are, just a 5-minute drive from the shops and the restaurants in Manhattan Beach. And if you thought Hermosa Beach was expensive, well, you're going to have a sticker shock when it comes to Manhattan Beach. You can get a beautiful home in Redondo Beach for $3 million. You can get a very good home in Redondo Beach, in Hermosa Beach for $3 million. In Manhattan Beach, $3 million, you're getting a fixer. We're in a community right now where you really need $4 million minimum to buy in, and the closer to 5-6 million, the better. Homes have just supersized, huge homes in Manhattan Beach, and there's a lot of building going on, a lot of money. I don't know if you can hear, there's a lot of work going on. But these homes now are monsters. Look at the size of that home, for example. I'm not sure if you can tell. But if you want a 4, 5, 6, 7,000 square foot home, you'll be lucky to find that in Redondo Beach or Hermosa Beach. In Manhattan Beach, no big deal. And whether you want modern, whether you want something with a bit of character, East Coast vibe, Manhattan Beach has that. A lot of moderns going up though in Manhattan Beach. They're all kind of the same. But now prices have skyrocketed. There's a lot of homes like this as well. But prices have skyrocketed, and people often ask me, why are homes in Manhattan Beach so much more expensive than Redondo Beach and Hermosa Beach, which are just down the street? And I think the answer is you're 30 minutes, if you're in South Redondo Beach and you're in Manhattan Beach, you're 30 minutes closer to Los Angeles. So if you work up in Los Angeles, it's just a lot closer. If you travel a lot, you need LAX Airport, you're right by LAX Airport. And the schools in Manhattan Beach are exceptional. Some of the best, not just in the state, but in the entire country. So it just has a lot going on. Does it warrant prices 2-3 times more expensive than Redondo Beach? Does it warrant 50% more, maybe double Hermosa Beach? Who knows? But people are spending that money. So maybe it does. But there's just so many beautiful homes. You can drive around Redondo Beach, you can drive around Hermosa Beach, and to find this many homes, this many beautiful looking homes, this many homes with character, takes you quite a long time. But you can literally just go to one street in Manhattan Beach, and a lot of the homes are beautiful to look at, a lot of curb appeal, a lot of character. Here we go again. As you can see, it's Halloween. Really good community vibe in Manhattan Beach as well. A lot of people with money. Like I would say Hermosa Beach, people are born and raised, kind of stay there forever. Manhattan Beach used to be that way, but now it's a lot of people moving in with money, moving in with families, and creating a new life. And this is a really quintessential Manhattan Beach home now. The white with the wood accent, huge, 3,000-4,000 square foot. It's kind of like keeping up with the Joneses, if you ask me. There's so much money in Manhattan Beach. If you're looking to retire and you have the cash, this is a very hard place to be. I would always compare Manhattan Beach with Palisades and with Brentwood. So it just kind of depends where you want to live in LA. If you want to be closer to LA, maybe Palisades and Brentwood's better for you. They're very similar in price point. Okay, so at the beginning of the video, I said at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which one I think is best out of these three. And to be honest, it's pretty tough. And at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to budget. All three cities are really, really nice. But if your budget's under 2.5 million, head to Redondo Beach. If it's 2.5 to 4 million, Hermosa Beach is going to give you everything you need. But if you're looking for a monster house, you have no budget concerns, Manhattan Beach is the winner. Location, schools, crime, entertainment, family vibe, community. If you ask me, Manhattan Beach wins across the board. Every point that needs to be discussed, Manhattan Beach really is the winner. That's my answer. It all comes down to budget. Maybe I'm sitting on the fence, but that's kind of that's the answer. If I had an unlimited budget, where would I want to live? Manhattan Beach, if you ask me.